Okay, for week 6 video journal, one disability category under IDEA is autism. And for that category, a student must show um, verbal communication, nonverbal communication, and social interaction that is significantly affected. There's other caveats to it as well, but those are the 3 things that you look for. So when I'm assessing a student for autism, and I know autism is a concern and I deal a lot with preschool population, I know I need to get a cognitive measure most of the time. But within that cognitive measure, I don't usually worry too much about the battery I'm using and as far as how detailed it is or things like that. I might even use something like the DAISY that's very play-based and very interactive, because that's going to give me a lot of good information about whether or not what their social interaction looks like, what they can show me as far as their nonverbal communication, because sometimes, especially at the preschool level, you might be looking at a student with autism, a student with a concern for autism, and it could just turn out to be an expressive communication issue. And with those children, typically their nonverbal communication is going to kind of take over and help out with their lack of expressive communication. So I believe tools like the DAISY and things that are a little bit less formal, where you just give the SD and then wait for the response, like the WIPSY or something, they just give you a better observational period, I guess, and allow you to just truly interact with the child, and it's just more fluid. And I think that those fluid interactions are where you can really see how the child reacts, initiates, responds. Those are all really important things when we're looking at autism. And the other part of the prompt is what you believe the school counselor's role in supporting students with disabilities. I think first and foremost, the biggest role is making sure we try to get it right when we're talking about their disability area. Because even though we know that the student's disability should not drive their services, sometimes it does. Okay, I know that legally it's not supposed to, but we all know that when you say autism, certain programs pop into your head at your school or things like that. So first and foremost, I think getting it right. Also, when we're talking about a manifestation determination, if a child is only identified as SLD, even though there might be something else going on, and they have behaviors related to their true disability, but all that's listed on the IEP is SLD, that child could potentially be taken out of school for something that should be attributed to their disability. So for lots of reasons, getting it right as far as eligibility criteria, I think, is very important for a school psychologist. And we're human. Of course, there might be times where we don't get it right. But I think truly trying to do our best to weigh out every possible piece of information and evidence that we can before we make that determination and that recommendation to the team. All right, I think that's it for week 6.